Just to finish, how do you think this plays out with Russia? Like, what do you think happens, especially if you take it all the way up to the election?
At the CIA, in our analysis, we used to use this term all the time, muddling through. So many people just naturally their brain defaults to an either or uh, uh, choice when they try to prognosticate. And oftentimes, what was true was that the parties in a conflict just sort of muddled through, and things just didn't change over the medium term. And I think that that's what we're looking at here. The Russians aren't going to use nuclear weapons. I don't think they'll even use tactical nuclear weapons, because they'll lose the propaganda advantage of saying, look, the only country in the history of the planet that's ever used nuclear weapons is the United States. And they did it twice, right? They don't want to be lumped in with that. They want to be able to continue to point at the United States like they've done since 1945. They don't need to use nuclear weapons, even tactical ones. Now they have a virtually unlimited supply of suicide drones that they're getting from both the Chinese and the Iranians, and are attempting to purchase from the Indians. And so, what's better than a small payload on a drone that costs you $14,000 rather than the 100,000 or 200,000 that American missiles cost? And you can just lob them into buildings or into military bases or onto airfields. I think that they're just going to continue to do that. I think we'll see a slight upgrade in the level of Russian technology that they're able to either develop or to purchase on the open market. I think that here in the United States, we'll continue to arm and to train the Ukrainians in basically whatever they want, up to and including the F-16. And then I think as we approach the American elections, the Republicans are going to have a real campaign issue going home and saying, why should we be paying for all this? We have bridges falling into the rivers below them. We have international airports that are international embarrassments for anybody who's ever traveled around the world. We have an interstate highway system that would take $1 trillion to repair. And we want to move the world's microchip manufacturing out of Taiwan and Singapore and into Ohio and Arizona. With what money? With the money that we're sending to Ukraine? This has to come to a stop. And God knows already our NATO allies don't want to pay for it. Their national debts as a function of GDP are worse than ours. They want us to pay for it. And so I think we'll muddle through the short term and maybe the medium term, and then it's going to become a political issue here in the United States where American voters just say, look, enough with this. We don't want to pay for it anymore. This has to be settled. And I think eventually it will be. And, a lot of us said this at the very beginning too, and I should repeat this. I think in the end, the Russians are going to keep Donetsk and Luhansk. They're going to keep the Crimea. There will be a promise that Ukraine will not join NATO, but the United States will declare Ukraine a major non-NATO ally, like Israel or Japan or Bahrain or Saudi Arabia. And Ukraine will be fast-tracked for membership in the European Union. I think that's how this ends.
And do you think this could lose Biden the re-election? Or do you think with all the propaganda going on, it will not be a major enough issue for people to say enough is enough?
I don't think it'll be enough of an issue. I think it's going to drag on longer than that. I think it's going to drag on through the election. Now, if Joe Biden were able to run for election again in 2028, which of course he's not, even if he were to be alive in 2028, I think by 2028, everybody's going to be sick of this. But I think 2024 is practically upon us. And, look around. I'm looking over, for example, right now as we speak, not McPherson Square, but Farragut Square. I'm one block from the White House, and we're not seeing people in the streets. We're not seeing people marching with signs and placards saying, end the war. We're not. People are just going about their normal business. Like, they generally don't care because it doesn't affect them directly. But when we have to keep raising taxes to pay for these weapon systems, and all this money goes to U.S. defense contractors, and they get rich while you and I get poor, and we continue to neglect our infrastructure, then finally I think people are going to get sick of this.
So Jim Rickards has just recorded a video that's not available to anyone in the public, and he's going to be talking about how this upcoming recession is going to be fast, it's going to be bloody, it's going to be nasty. But at the same time, he's going to show you how you can position yourself to profit from all of this chaos. Now, we've made this video only available to our viewers. Go to londonreal.tv/Jim. Watch that immediately. I can't say enough good things about Jim Rickards. He understands the global economic system better than any guest I've ever had on London Real. His predictions are almost uncannily true, and you can learn how to profit from his vision, from his expertise, and his understanding of economics. So go to londonreal.tv/Jim or click the link below. It's an excellent, excellent look on what's going to happen in the future and how you can position yourself to profit from that. Jim is one of the best in the business, one of my favorite guests on London Real, and he's very, very good at predicting the future and showing us all to profit from it. So click the link, and I hope you enjoy. I'm looking for partners, collaborators, colleagues who want to join forces with me around the globe and create real value, generational wealth, and financial freedom for everyone else around the world. Get involved in the cryptocurrency markets, get involved in the NFT markets. This is your moment. Life all comes down to a few moments. Don't let this pass. Now it's not too late. Next year's going to be too late. Ultimately, this is about freedom. That's the way I see it. This is about giving power back to the people and enabling billions of people worldwide to use the financial markets to improve their lives and those of their friends and their families and their communities. Honestly, I think it's a violation of human rights not to allow people basic access to financial services. Because right now people are being kept in the dark, they're being robbed of education, and it's a travesty. And so I'm looking for people that want to join me and be a part of this solution. And that all happens inside the DeFi Academy. The gains my students are making are absolutely amazing. Double, triple digit gains in the first month alone. That's amazing. This will change your life. Now is the time to get involved. I'm going to tell you exactly how my students in my academy made money in the last 30 days. I'm talking about real trading results. And let me just whet your appetite a little bit. Let me hit you with some numbers. I'm talking Brendan from New Zealand is up 68.77% on the month. Steve from Europe up 83%. Albert in Singapore up 169.9% on one single trade. I got Susan up 153% on her call options alone, also rocking 139% returns and 442% returns as well on individual trades. These are people that are changing their financial future in the last 30 days, but it's based on trading discipline. I've graduated over 500 students from inside my academy from over 54 countries around the world. It's amazing. When it comes to crypto, DeFi, and blockchain, we love this space. We truly believe it's the future. This is down to our core. It's authentic to what we're doing, and everybody can tell through the camera because you can't make this stuff up. If you're watching me now, wherever you are, I implore you, take 60 seconds right now and join my academy. Apply today. Now you've got a chance. Life all comes down to a few moments. What are you going to do? What's the choice that you're going to make?